Funny. All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday, another week, talking through PTSD Awareness Month. Just wanting to continue to empower everybody with like a heads up. Here's what's going on. Sometimes it's about um, like letting people know what the symptoms are so they know what they're struggling with. Oftentimes, that is a helpful part of this. Even recognizing that other symptoms they might have if they're struggling with anxiety, depression, whatever else, and it's escalated to a point where it becomes some of these symptoms of what is going on. So, some reminders from Monday's email. Again, finding a video that just kind of helps illustrate things. So, there's a video out there from a website I've used from time to time to inform people. It just walks someone through kind of this discovery of what do I have, what's going on, what is it, what are the symptoms to understand, and then what can I do about it. So a helpful link just for yourself or to send off to somebody else. In fact, there were two more links on the video of two of my favorites. First was one that was like the survey of things to do in June. That's PTSD Awareness Month, like different activities, different organizations to be aware of, different ways to support veterans in particular during the course of the month. But the second link that I sent out was something called the PTSD Coach. It's an app that the Department of Defense created for their veterans, but it proves to be very, very handy for anybody who's struggling with PTSD. So I've recommended that time and time again, something to research and have, but it's just the advantage of it. Someone basically has it with them all the time. So when they are feeling overwhelmed, they can go to an app and be able to use things and regulate a little bit better and stay engaged. The other thing just to mention from the theme of the email on Monday is that PTSD takes a long time to be able to navigate, and people have this pressure where they think like, I should be better now, and they want to define success as the absence of symptoms versus just kind of managing symptoms. So there's some good things to recognize in there, so people don't become condemning of themselves, overwhelmed, stuck, and just kind of cycling through. So that's a recap on Monday's email. But one thing I wanted to highlight today is just kind of that backdrop of where PTSD Awareness Month came from. Technically, it's June 27th is like National PTSD Awareness Day, but here's how it all came into development. In 2010, Senator Kent Conrad pushed to get an official recognition of PTSD via a day of awareness in tribute to a North Dakota National Guard member who took his life following two tours in Iraq. Staff Sergeant Joe Beal died in 2007 after suffering from PTSD. He committed suicide after his return from duty in his home state. Staff Sergeant Beal's birthday is June 27th, which was selected the official PTSD Awareness Day. Then in 2014, the Senate designated the full month of June as National Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Day with this kind of line. Whereas the designation of National Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Day Awareness Month will raise public awareness about the issues related to PTSD, reduce stigma associated with PTSD, and help ensure those that are suffering from the invisible wounds of war receive proper treatment. And certainly that illustrates what most people have associated with PTSD about military members going through things and struggling. Certainly, the veteran suicide awareness or suicide rate is extremely high because people don't get help. But that's the bridge that just bringing it back into everyday life for everyday people is that the same type of example can occur because if someone goes through, remember, experience or witness a traumatic event, there's a possibility that if you don't get help and talk about it, it can lead to PTSD because that can also become those overwhelming events. People aren't talking about it, can lead to some severe depression or despair, lead to some of that suicidal ideation that comes in. So that's why this month is important. So just some facts to be able to share about June 27th. I did not realize it was tied to a particular service member's death, but 2010 is not too long ago. So it's good to know some things are growing and they're trying to get the word out. Some questions to kind of talk it through this morning a little bit. Thinking about this one, how long did it take, like if you know someone who's going through a scary situation, how long did it take them to kind of get through it? Because that's a part of this, writing on the email on Monday, is that it's not one and done, right? It's not a few weeks later someone feels better. It might be months or a little bit longer. So when you think of a difficult situation that you know someone went through, When did it really start getting better for them? When did they feel like themselves? Was it short? Was it a long time? What did you observe when you were helping them? As you think about those through the course of today, just recognize that often when we're on the outside, we kind of move on a lot faster. You get to 3 months, you get to 6 months, and you maybe forget about it yourself. And the point of that question is for you to be able to ask people how they're doing months later. Even if you think about anniversaries, when things come by, whether it's through social media, reminders of where you were a year ago, those are good points to be able to check in on those people that did go through something scary, overwhelming, traumatic, whatever it might be. Because I guess the point of that question is a reminder that they still might be battling the same exact thing, which is the essence of PTSD. They're reliving something continually for a long period of time. Follow-up question, maybe it's easier. When you are helping someone, when you have helped someone through the past, what is something you found really helped them when they were struggling in a very difficult situation? When they went through a tragedy of some sort, it's really easy to believe that we've been around people who've been through a tragedy. What's one thing you found that helped them significantly, or just helped you feel like you're supporting them well? When someone around you went through a tragedy, what did you do to help? Be around and available. Yeah, yeah, those are probably good. And like letting them know you're available, right? Because they may not reach out spontaneously. It might be that you have to throw them a rope to grab onto uh, to be okay. Any other ideas or any other outcomes you guys did to help someone who was in a really, really tough spot? Listen, right? Generally in PTSD, people don't want to talk about it. I mean, that's just the reality. They're seeing it every day. Like they want to escape from being able to see or hear or relive those things. So it's this really tough tension where someone's reliving it, and the answer is to process it because their brain can't process what's going on. But maybe you're the one who distracts them or helps them find somebody to talk to that can get them through that. But certainly, helping them not withdraw further into that or forget who they are. Laughter goes a long way. Activity goes a long way. Encouraging them, reminding them that life can be really, really good might be some good answers. Again, big questions, big month, but things to be evaluating so that in case you've been through something like that that leads to it, you know what to do, or if someone that you care about goes through it, you know what to do as well. So, some final comments here about it. Uh, Oftentimes, people will say that when those PTSD moments come and they go, it takes my breath away as they remember something that's coming back. So they might be talking, they might be engaging, and then suddenly it's this immediate kind of silence, and there's this inability to function. So, like, if we're all kids, right, and someone hits you in the stomach and you can't catch your breath, and you have to just gather yourself, maybe drop to a knee, be able to try and recover. Well, that's the physical representation of what happens when mentally or emotionally some type of memory or whatever else is happening. Somebody just has to gather themselves because they can't function in that moment. So it takes their breath away, makes it hard for them to go forward. PTSD from a situation that feels unreal, and the brain has to work hard to accept it, right? Someone will say, this feels so unreal or it's unbelievable. And I think those are two good words because it doesn't seem real, but yet it's something that happens. There's this big gap that they have to work through to make it be real. And every one of us has been through a situation that we've encountered for the first time that has seemed overwhelming, but PTSD puts it to a whole new level of overwhelming and unbelievable. I can't believe that actually happened, or I went through that, or this happened to someone I care about. And you have to work through that gap in order to make it more understandable. And then finally, of all of these things, even as you guys can help somebody you care about, a healthy routine really does become a cornerstone for people to stand on. If you can help them eat at the right times. You can help them sleep. You can help them be active. You can help them not drop some energy and miss some responsibilities they have. That might be some of the best things you can do for someone who is struggling with an overwhelming or acute situation, because it's so hard to function. It's so hard to be able to do things. But that's also a clue for any of you if you're like, boy, I had a period of time in my life where I was like that, where I couldn't be able to do things, even the basic stuff. I couldn't sleep well because of what I was dreaming. I couldn't get through the day because I didn't have the energy or was totally distracted. All of those things. This month might be about some clues about your own history and what you've been through. And if so, I commend you for being able to function better, or maybe it's something to revisit as we go through this month. So, awareness not only for the bad stuff that might come, awareness for what you've been through, awareness of things maybe that you have to revisit if it's still causing some problems, but also how to care for those around us, because tragedy will show up in the lives of people we care about. So that's these 2 weeks. We've got 2 left to be able to talk through additional coping skills, additional kind of things about what to do about it, because that's a part of awareness too as we get through the rest of the month. So good to see everybody this morning. Reminder about tomorrow night, right? We'll talk about it again later today, of people coming out to the gym for a film session to kind of do a class and revisit one of these days. So the more people that come, the more it's accurate and representing what it can be like around here for a class. So if you're available, write your name on the board. So we know what to plan for. I'll be here at 7:30 myself. But yeah, very good. Have a good day. Thank you.